Hello, it's Mr. Evilcheese. This is our review of the NECA Ultimate The Mummy action figure. The Universal Studios version of The Mummy, played by Boris Karloff, who also played Frankenstein. He likes to play dead people, come back to life. Yeah, this one was tough to find. I had to order it off of a website, and I couldn't find it in a store. The only one I've seen in store is Frankenstein. I've never seen Wolfman or The Mummy, either version, in stores. But yeah, there's an old, timey poster for the movie.
It comes to life.
Yeah, it's got a lot of words on it.
I like that they call him Karloff the Uncanny.
Yeah. And there's a... if you want to read all that stuff. But yeah, it's cool to use the old picture like that. It's kind of different. Nice picture of the figure there. Another picture of him over there with the alternate head. And there's some different pictures of the figure. They show the casket here, which they're making as a separate accessory pack for him. But that's cool. Then you open it up. Nice picture of the figure there. There's that casket again from the accessory set. And there he is. And this is the color version, by the way, which Mummy doesn't have a whole lot of color to him.
Not really.
But there is a black and white version that has less color.
He's got a gold ring.
Yeah. Well, let's open him up. This isn't a big deal, but I just thought it was kind of weird. I like the way they got this design of the plastic around his head. Like he's got rays of light coming out of it.
He is the sun.
Alright, there he is, opened up. And he is looking really cool from first impressions.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes with several accessories. Comes with 2 alternate heads. And all 3 heads are looking really good to me. Paint and sculpt. Then it comes with 2 alternate right hands. Comes with 2 bandage wrappings that you can hang off of them. Comes with this little chest. The gypsum crap written all over it. And take off the lid. And there's this scroll of something or other.
Hieroglyphs.
The hieroglyphics. Oh, shit! Ah! That's really cool. It has that in there. But I like how the back looks all old and weathered, sort of.
You're really struggling today.
Yeah. Yep. I'm liking it so far.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a close look at the figure. He's got a really articulated neck. It just goes all over the place. But you gotta mess with it, because if you don't, then that's
Just that goiter.
Yeah. But no, I really like the sculpt on the face and the paint. It just looks pretty much perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And got all them wrinkles all over the face and just the way the hair is and everything. The paint's really good. So that head is really impressive. And then of course the wraps all over the body, which could have been done crappily, but it was done pretty well. Like there's weathering and there's like wash in between all the bandages so they all stand out, which is really nice.
And all the little tattered edges on them too. Especially in the back, there's like little pieces hanging down in some parts. Look at there.
Yeah. Looks really, really good. So I was excited when NECA announced these Universal monsters, but I never expected them to be this good.
Mm-hmm. I've been very impressed.
Mm-hmm. And this is the eyes closed head. And there's the alternate head where the eyes are open. He's got creepy little eyes in there. That's really cool.
Creepy little eyes in there.
Yeah. Here's what you do got. Yeah, I like that head too. It's pretty much the same head, just because the eyes are now open. But yeah, not a whole lot different there. And here's the third head, where he's got his mouth open.
It feels like He should be sticking a hot dog in his mouth or something.
I mean, that was pretty cool too. I like that a lot. But he actually has color in his mouth. Sort of a reddish color. It's really nice. Okay, so put the closed eyes head back on him. Put him in this pose. And if you watch the 1932 movie, this is basically all you see of him when he's like this. Well, mostly what you see of him. You just kind of see him standing in a coffin like this with his arms crossed. And then he just kind of moves his arms down, opens his eyes, and you see his hand reaching for the scroll, and then he leaves. And that lasts like 5 minutes or less, or less than 5 minutes. And he never appears like this again in the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie, he looks more human. And that was just weird, because I just recently watched that movie for the first time. I always wanted to see it when I was a kid, because I'd go to the library, the school library. You had to pick a book, and they always had these bright orange Universal Monsters books, one for Dracula, the Mummy, Frankenstein, all them. And I just kind of thought, I think that Monster Squad, the movie Monster Squad, is what made me think that the Mummy kind of just looked like this through the whole movie. Didn't talk, went around, strangled people or something. It's just kind of how I thought the Mummy movie was. And then when the Brendan Fraser movie came out, I was like, hey, how come he's talking and looking human and stuff? Well, that's because that's how the original one was too. I just didn't realize that. So watching it now, well, the reason I didn't watch it way back then was because I didn't have the internet. We went to the movie rental places, they didn't have those old movies, so there wasn't really much I can do. And then later when I could get them, there's other stuff I wanted to watch. So now with these NECA figures coming out, maybe you want to watch them just because I've never seen them.
You just kind of never got around to it.
And it's real easy. You can just rent them for $3 on Amazon or whatever. So it's real easy to watch them now. And
I think the movie would be cooler if he was just going around like that, strangling people.
yeah, it was. It would be. I didn't really like the movie. I mean, it was okay, but I didn't really like it. Because I always kind of thought of him as like a zombie. Not like a stupid zombie, just zombie-like. But he's not really. He becomes this guy who has magic powers, uses his ring and hypnotizes people and strangles people like Darth Vader. And looking through his pool of water, he can strangle people through it, and it's just...
Silly?
Yeah, I didn't just... He's got a stupid little hat on. It's Morocco hat or whatever.
Isn't it like a fez?
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I didn't like that much. But
he's still cool.
yeah. And whenever they zoomed in close on Boris Karloff's head, using his powers, it looked kind of cool, but I just like this look. And it's weird, because almost every time they show anything, like merchandise or posters or anything from that movie, it looks like this. It doesn't look like him how he does through most of the movie, because that's probably another reason why I always thought he looked like this through the whole movie. But still, I wouldn't want a figure of that other version because I just don't like it. I'm glad I got a version of this. And I can pretend that this is how he always looks.
Yep.
So I used to have some really big Universal Monsters figures when I was little. I don't know what happened to them, but they're probably like maybe 8 or 9 inches tall. Real big, heavy chunks of plastic. Didn't really move much. Don't have them anymore. But I did end up getting this one by Diamond Select, which I really like this one. The sculpt on it's really nice. The paint's alright. He has no articulation other than I think his head wiggles a little bit. One of the cool things about him is he came with his coffin, or sarcophagus, whatever, which I thought was pretty nice. And it is. It's really detailed.
He has a big giant hat with a tiny face sticking out of it.
Yeah. A really big heavy chunk of plastic. And it opens up and you can stick them in there. This is really cool. So that right there is basically how he looks through most of the movie. Or the beginning of the movie in that form. NECA's coming out with their Mummy accessory pack, which comes with this. And it's painted really nice. Looks better than this one, so I'll probably end up getting it. If they didn't make it, I would still have this one, so that'd be pretty cool, because he'd definitely fit in there too.
Let's just say the accessory pack like costs more than he did.
Yeah, it does.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know why it does. Maybe. My guess is because that's the only time they're going to use the sculpts. Maybe is why it costs more. I don't know. Because they make this one and they make the black and white version, which isn't too much different because you don't have a lot of color. But who knows? They can make another variant at some point, like glow in the dark or something. I don't know what's
glow in the dark, mommy.
So later on, Diamond Select came out with an articulated mummy. Doesn't look anywhere near as good as their old one, but I thought it was cool. It was articulated. I don't know why it's so big.
The color on it is kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
With how white and like yellowy he is, it just looks weird to me.
Yeah, it's an odd color. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look as good. The proportions are off. He does have a lot of articulation, but yeah, I'm really glad NECA came out with one because this one just blows that one away.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually like this one better than this one.
Yeah, me too. But even that nicer one, the new one still blows it out of the water, even on the sculpt.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the two best versions that I know of.
Makes them look really short.
Yeah. So there's the NECA figure in the Diamond Select sarcophagus. I'll probably just call it coffin. It's coffin. Whatever. But yeah, that's cool. Whenever they come out with the NECA one, I'll do a comparison probably of this one to that one. Here's another mummy figure that I really liked. It's a McFarlane figure, just not based on anything other than just a mummy monster because they had a monster series. And his arm broke off. That's pretty common with the old McFarlane figures. And I tried to find it for this review. I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is.
It kind of doesn't matter for a mummy though, because maybe his old rotten arm just fell off.
Yeah. I really like this one. I liked his, he's got a hole that goes all the way through his eye and out the back of his head. And he's very deteriorated. His wrappings are just all hanging off of him. And he also comes with this, which is cool. Instead of the sarcophagus, he has this thing that just goes over him. He had some other little accessories that he held, like Egyptian-looking objects. But
like the hook things?
Yeah, but I don't know.
I can see the little things on his back where they're supposed to sit.
Still, that's cool. I wonder if it's a fit on him. Probably not. I think his head's too big. Yeah.
That looks good.
And there's the Karloff mummy next to the 1999 mummy that I always want to think was played by Billy Zane. That's always in my head. Yeah, Billy Zane played the mummy. But no, that wasn't Billy Zane. That was Arnold Vosloo. But yeah, this figure was sent to us by Fu Manchu from Fooey-Roos. The figure's pretty cool. Really nice detail. In the movie, though, the CGI was bad. Very, very bad CGI. And he looked awful. But still, the design of it looked cool if they would have just did better with the CGI. So here's his wrappings. It's got two different ones. And I remember when they show him in the coffin, one's like hanging over him. And I'm guessing that's what this one's for. But also when he's leaving the room after he comes to life, he's dragging some bandages from his feet. Kind of like that, maybe. So I'm guessing maybe that's...
He's got that TP stuff on his shoe.
Yeah. Or if you're going to have him, like, maybe like he's going to choke somebody or something, you can have him do that. But he don't choke anybody in that. I mean, he does choke people, but using his magic powers after he doesn't look like a mummy anymore. Well, I guess you could maybe pose him like that or something. I don't know. I kind of don't like it. They have them on both of them, though. Here's a closer look at this little chest. The forbidden chest. Got a bunch of little stars all over it. Egyptian gods or whatever. And when you open this up, it brings the mummy back to life. Or possibly opening up and then touching the scroll brings him back to life. There's this forbidden scroll, which is used to bring people back to life or make them immortal or whatever. And that's why Imhotep was buried alive, because he tried to do that with his girlfriend and they punished him by burying him alive. I'm not sure why he came back to life, because I don't know why. I didn't really understand why he came back to life, because they opened this. But
because of the curse.
I guess.
I didn't even watch the movie. You did.
Yeah, that's cool game with this, because it's important to the movie. Well, there's the mummy next to Frankenstein, or Frankenstein's monster, but I just call it Frankenstein, whatever. But, they're both played by Boris Karloff, which is odd, because they're very different heights here. Well, Frankenstein does have some high platform shoes, but not that high.
Yeah, even if you take them into account, he's still way taller.
Yeah. But, really, I'm fine with that. I just think of the mummy as not as giant. And then I think of Frankenstein as giant, so I'm fine with them being different heights.
It doesn't really matter with the mummy how tall he is.
Yeah. And it seems like people back then would be shorter anyway. Because they say people a long time ago, average height was a lot shorter than today. And there's NECA's mummy next to some other Universal horror figures that I got. The Diamond Select Dracula and the Diamond Select Creature from the Black Lagoon. And the Mezco Wolfman from the Benicio del Toro movie. I do have the NECA Ultimate Wolfman, but I just haven't opened that one yet. So I can't really compare them. Except that's cool seeing them together. It's the Monster Squad. Well, the Monster Squad's the kids, but the team of bad guys from the Monster Squad. And look at that articulation. As I said earlier, he's got a lot of neck articulation. For a guy who barely moves in this outfit, he can really move his neck and head around. And then at the shoulders, do that, and there's a joint there. One thing good about his outfit is it's got lots of places to hide the articulation. Double joint there, which is really nice, which he kind of has to have to cross his arms over his chest. Spins at the wrist, and there's a hinge. There's a torso, there's a cut there. I don't know why they didn't make that straight across, but still it works. And there's a joint there. And at the hips, you can do a split, kick out. Joint at the knee, single joint, goes about 90. Spin. Down at the ankle. It's a hinge. It's got the tilt. So yeah, his articulation is really good. Better than it would need to be for what he does in that movie. But I'm glad it's good because, like I said, I don't care about what he did in that movie because I'm going to make him do what I want. Okay, so I really like this figure. It is the best Boris Karloff mummy figure I've ever seen. I love the sculpt and the paint. His accessories are appropriate and they're cool. It would be kind of nice if he came with the sarcophagus. It would be nice if he came with the coffin.
Sarcophagus?
I feel like a Porky Pig. It'd be nice if he came with the coffin. But yeah, because the Diamond Select one came with it, but NECA's is going to be a lot more detailed, it looks like, so I guess that's why it's going to be separate. But yeah, articulation's really good. I like the bandages and the extra head sculpts. He's just a really cool figure.
Yeah, there's a lot of really nice detail on him, and I like the paint. Oh, he turned out really good.
Okay. the next one to release will be Dracula, from what NECA said. They haven't shown much of it yet, but I can't wait for that one. We should be doing the Wolfman review, I think. Someday. Soon, hopefully. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zubaka.
Thanks for watching. Go back. You, Mommy, are you going to the monster party? You're invited. You haven't been there in a long time, but neither have I. But you need to come because you are the mummy. You're the mummy. Yes, that is who you are. You're the mummy. The mummy. Not my mummy. I have a different mummy, but she died a long time ago. You're a different kind of mummy, but you're my mummy. My mummy. Do you wanna go to the monster party, mummy? I hope you do. We would like to have you there, mummy.
If you'd stop talking for 5 seconds, maybe I could answer you. Of course I'm going to go to the...
Mummy! Mummy! Are you coming to the monster party, mummy? Mummy!
Stop that, you stupid...
Mummy! Hey, your mummy. Do you bite my finger, mummy? Don't bite too hard, mummy. I wouldn't like that. I'm immortal, so it wouldn't really hurt, but still, it's just the thought of you biting my finger seems kind of rude. Get your stupid son of a bitch's finger out of my mouth, you crazy... What the hell is wrong with you, Dracula? I'm gonna come to your stupid monster party and kick your ass all down, up and down the room, stick you in your coffin and kick it down into the ocean and shit into the ocean. Well, I don't know what that's gonna do, shitting into the ocean, but I'm gonna do it because you're in there and it's symbolic of me shitting into the ocean where you're at now after I throw you in there in the coffin because you're a stupid piece of crap. Get your stupid finger out of here. That mummy, he's a crazy... What in the hell is going on with my cape? What the... what? Mummy? What is all that shit? Oh, the back of my shirt. Oh, I gotta go home.